Hello, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome back. If you're a returning Titan, welcome back. If you're not, welcome in. If you're a newbie here, my name is Tanya or Titanium Built, and you are at the right spot. Just take my word for it. If you're into true crime, that's your thing. We do talk true crime daily here. So make sure you subscribe if you'd like to and hit the like button for me. That would be great. That would be wonderful. And we'll go ahead and we'll get started with our live. I see I've got a lot of people in the chat. It's good to see everybody. It's good to see you all. It's Sunday. Has anybody wasted the last hours of their Sunday just sitting in a live that never happened? Because I went over there to peek it out and there's about like 80 of y'all in there. And I was like, oh, this stinks. Hey, Ladybug, did you make it first? I think you did. I was thinking about playing that. I was going to give you guys the option actually tonight. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Margot. Hey, Ladybug. Hey, welcome in, Mary Beth. Welcome in, everybody. I see all you guys. I'm not going to be able to say everyone's name, but hey, Cheryl. And IPW. What's IPW stage 3? I know what a stage 3 survivor is. Usually it's cancer, but I don't know what IPW is. So you let me know. And thank you so much for becoming a member. Thank you so much. And you're a survivor. That's even better. I'm a survivor. Oh, and I have some good news to tell you guys too about the live last night. You guys killed it. You guys donated and you guys were awesome, and just being here was awesome. But then you guys really like went above and beyond. I'm trying to get to the bottom of the list, but hello everybody. We did a fundraiser. So it was my first time ever doing a fundraiser on the channel. Basically, as a creator, we can set up a fundraiser if we would like to when we go live. And all of the proceeds from that fundraiser go straight to that fund or to that charity. And so we picked the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. And we were able to donate to them. I thought it was only $420. Well, not only $420. That's a good number. But it was actually $466.20. And you guys, I was so stunned last night. My partner in crime out there, he was supposed to be modding, in the background. Things that he was asleep. And I was like, oh, I woke him up. I was like, you're not going to believe it. I really, you guys went above and beyond. And thank you guys for saying the interview went great. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think my interview went a little better than some other interviews that happened last night. You know what I'm saying? Do I sound like Betty? I've been listening to her today. Oh gosh, if I sound like Betty, put me in an early grave. Right? Hey, PM, you're not late. You're just right on time. Thank you, Black Widow channel. Just give to 10 memberships. Grab them up while you can. Grab them up. Look at that. Welcome in, everybody. Hey, Saint, T-Berry, Remy, Praying Paula, Kathy, Steph, Sherry, I can't see him as fast, Debbie Rogers, and Eli's mama. Thank you so much. Oh, and Laredo. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Thank you for the great opportunity to donate to True. Oh, thank you. I made sure of it because there was a couple on there. Like I put in missing and exploited kids because children, and I thought it would just like be the first one to pop up, and it wasn't. I had to search for it. So I'm glad that I did my due diligence and searched for that one because there was another one on there, but I didn't personally know it. So I wanted to make sure that it was going to be one that we all kind of knew, So, well, good. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed the live last night. I enjoyed having somebody on panel, and it has been a while since I'd had anybody on panel, like, with it being like scheduled and all of that. Normally if we have someone on panel, just somebody in the chat, pops up or whatever, or when we're live, that's when we'd have it. But no, we had it all scheduled. I asked him on Wednesday if Stephen would come on the show, and he said that he would, like the same day. I think I talked to him, maybe the day after. I think it was the same day. Yeah, it was the same day. And he was like, yeah, I'll come on the show. I've seen your channel. And I was like, cool. So that's how he came onto my channel. Now I know that Tony made his rounds last night, and that I believe was scripted between Tony and Seth. I don't think anybody else was in on that script but them. Yes, Jane Betty's been off the deep end forever, and she's really been hitting it today. I'm gonna take that fan off me a little bit. I have like this little desk fan. Now it's gonna make a noise. because I moved it a little. It's so weird. It's even. It's even Steven on there. Um, but I wanted to let you guys know that, you guys are amazing. And we put that, that donations, going to go in like from our channel for Sebastian and Sebastian's name. But thanks for doing that. If you commented under the live last night, I saw some of the comments. I didn't get to like go through them and like them all and comment on them, but I'll do that by tomorrow. Tonight we're going to check out some of the foolery that's going on around here on these YouTube streets, because there's a lot of it. There's never a dull moment when it comes to this case. I'll tell you, everybody was live today. I woke up this morning, laying in bed doing just doing my morning thing, playing my little phone games that I play. I like to play phone games in the morning. So I'm sitting there and Vincent comes in and tells me, hey, that one guy from the TikToks, because he doesn't know the case. He's over on Brittany's channel last night. And I said, what? And I fell out of bed. I almost fell out of bed because it was just so ironic, that I had Stephen Crabtree on my channel, and then the person that goes live the same time as me has Tony on their channel. And I was like, whoa, that's too different. But yeah, 4 hours he was on there. Like over 4 hours, Tony was on that panel. I didn't even get to listen to all of it. I thought I did. I don't know if I have. I've been listening into lives today. So I've been like in different lives, I was in Dietz's live listening to it. And then I jumped over to Queen Bee's live and I was listening to it. So I don't know. I could have been listening. I think I was listening to the same thing over again. Could have been. But I'm going to give you guys the option actually. So who here, put a 1 in the chat if you guys heard Tony Mathis's interview last night that he did. And then put a 2 in the chat if you didn't hear it. Put a 1 if you heard Tony's interview, 2 if you didn't. And 2, probably the 2 people, they probably go to sleep. Oh, maybe they listen to today. Wow, a lot of 2s. Wow. Dang. I didn't think it was that many 2s. I mean, there's like some 2s, but now there's more 1s. But wow, there's still some 2s. Wow. We're over here in our own little spot, aren't we? I love that new name, Hey Jude. 50-50. Okay. Maybe we'll go through some of it tonight. Right. Yeah, I'm really afraid for her, for her girls. But at least she had a bra on this time, right? Me too, Juno. Me too. I was on clip channels all day today listening. I was just like, oh my gosh. So somebody clipped me and I was excited about it. I remember it was a genuine reaction and I wanted somebody to clip me, and I'll show it to you guys here in a minute. But it was from the other night when we had our live, when Betty went off on Queen and she said that she said Queen's mom and aunt died on purpose or whatever to get away from her. And you heard me and my genuine reaction to that. I was like, I hope someone clips this. I think that's the video I even said, I hope someone clips me. And someone did, but they did my unfiltered channel, which is my second channel, which is really cool. Cause it's like, it's just this little small channel and it got clips and I love that. And they got clipped. It was put on Facebook and then someone clipped another part of it and put it like in the comment section. They tagged my video and everything. It was really nice of them to tag my video in it, but I thought it was pretty funny. Which comment? What I missed? Whose channel? He was on allegedly with Brittany J. Yeah, there was dogs at Betty Hunter. I love that. Look at the picture. So there's not right now, Ben George, but there will be another fundraiser soon if you'd like to donate to it. But yeah, I just did that one for 24 hours. I did it for just that night, just till like the end of the night, because I didn't know what would happen today, like through it. I've never done one before. I was like, ooh, I'm nervous. Okay, so we're gonna start off with old Betty. Oh, Betty went live. So we're gonna go kind of backwards. We're gonna go backwards because Betty's just fun. Um, my reaction was genuine, Richard. It really was. It felt like it felt like somebody punched me in my stomach. I thought I physically felt ill for her. Um, like it was a genuine reaction. That's why I was like, I hope someone clips this because it was like, wow, you know, like you just don't go there. There's just some places you don't go. You know, you just there's be a person. I can't even say be a lady. Just be a person. That's just being a person. You know. So okay, I don't know what's up with Betty's green screen. If this is a green screen behind her, I don't know what this thing is. But she had curtains. Remember, Betty had curtains once upon a time. I'm about to go to her channel and show you the curtains. Like, I wonder what's going on with this thing. Is this really where she's like doing her streaming from? Is her bed like on her TikTok too? Sorry, I've been drinking a lot of water the last couple of days. I don't know why. Probably need it. Probably need it. But yeah, Betty used to have, you know, curtains because I used to make fun of them. I used to say, Betty, you need to steam your curtains. And now she just has this green plastic thing behind her. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Oh, wait, this has like been for a minute. Oh, there we go. Here she is. So 2 months ago. Well, we've seen her before that, but does she look bigger here? Does she look, Betty, I think you need to take a break. Look at these. To me, this looks like she's like a little fuller in the face or something. Betty, I just want to make sure you're okay, Betty. We can't have a Betty down, you know? Heaven forbid. Betty out. I was skipping through this earlier when I was listening to it because I thought it was just too much to handle. But she has a reaction to Tony Mathis's interview. So we're going to kind of go backwards. We're going to go with her reaction to the interview, and then we'll maybe we'll go through some of the interview. She is hiding the hat, the cool hat, the cowgirl hat. Yeah, drinking could. It could make you lose weight if you just drink. I mean, you know, my mama, when I was like 15, that woman, she was on a beer diet. I swear, that woman just drank beer and ate peanuts for like 6 months. She was extremely depressed. I'm sorry, mama, but you know, she lost a lot of weight. Yeah, it's on the wall to the left over there. Yeah, her little cowgirl hat. She usually has it showing, but she doesn't have it. It should be in the other picture. Oh no, you can't really see it in this one either. It's just because of the way it's positioned. But yeah, I don't know why she has a green screen behind her like that. I guess maybe that's what she do. Maybe that's what she does when she does her TikToks. I don't know. Now, would I sit in my bed and do a YouTube video? No, but would I do a YouTube short? Heck yes. I've done them before. I don't know. It just seems so personal being in your bed. You know, like, I mean, you want to invite people. I would invite you, like, cameras or whatever, you know, like a camera, like when I say you guys and everybody, like I would invite you guys like into my home, you know? And I'll show you my bedroom. But I feel like if I was just like sitting there on my bed making a video, I don't know, I just feel like that would be so intimate. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. But I do take TikTok. I do TikToks in my bed. I've done TikToks in my bed before, so I can't say I don't. But my TikToks are pretty funny. Oh, Bear Tony had a lot of deflection to do. He was just he would be asked a question. I guess that would be considered a question he was asked. And he would say, "Well, let me tell you about that." And it was a yes or no, yes or no question. I mean, you know, it just needs a yes or no answer. Yeah, y'all are gonna make me watch that. But we might have to. Oh, but wait a second. We're missing. No, we're not. Where's Aries? We're missing Aries. Where's the little Aries Pure cat right now? Don't make me go find him on them YouTube streets. Seen him out there today. We've been hanging. I said we've been hanging. So you're gonna love her. She's got her pigtails in again, but she does have a bra on, a brassiere. I think it's a real regular one too, maybe. I don't know. But we're not going to judge her for that.
Betty
now we are going to judge her for that curtain thing behind her.
Stories. I hope you guys are doing well this Sunday.
Before we start, I'll rewind it so you can hear her when she first starts. She's doing her Southern accent. She has her Southern accent on today. I'm not sure which personality this is. We should start naming them because there's different ones with the different personalities of the different accents that she has, or or the different moods she's in. Because you get a different Betty every time you get Betty. You do. You get a different one. So this one's like Southern Belle Betty.
Stories, Bullhorn, Betty crime stories. I hope you guys are doing well this Sunday. I was meaning to come over here about, I don't know, like an hour ago. I ended up taking.
And then her real voice comes in.
Taking a nap. I was tired. And now I'm waking up and realized I needed to go live. And
Betty.
So I'm going to be getting a shower after that. Look at that, man. That looks awful. It doesn't hurt as bad as it looks.
No one wants to see that.
Blister, so I really did a doozy on my hand. This one I haven't peeled back yet. And you guys saw how red that one was the other day.
I'll never show you a blister on my body. I promise y'all that. Why didn't she wear gloves? She lives in Florida. She knows what it's like to mow down there, I'm sure.
It's nice to see you guys again. This is Bullhorn Betty. This is the Bullhorn Betty Crime Stories channel. And we don't really have a whole lot to go through, but I am, oh, good gracious, kid.
Good.
Get my legs
look at the blanket. To me, this blanket has Queen Bee all over it. I would if I was Betty and I was in litigation with a person by the name of Queen Bee, I would not be sleeping with a crown blanket. Right? Does that remind you of Queen Bee? Get comfortable, please. Yeah, right, Catherine? Why is she always under a blanket? That's true. Well, somebody got her when she took a picture of the dog and she didn't have pants on, it looked like. They were probably shorts, but still didn't look like it. It's for a teenager's room. Yeah, you're right. Juno, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, I can say my bed sheets don't have any crowns on them. And I also don't have a turquoise phone case neither.
Puppy loves to lay all over me and my feet go to sleep. And now she's licking my toes. So we're going to go over a few things that we haven't done this in a while. And this is related to
maybe she turned in her points
Sebastian, Justice for Sebastian Rogers. The reason why we named the group, hey, me and you, Kendra, it's nice to see you. Sorry, I'm running a little bit late today. I decided to curl up with the pooch. And
I think she looks like she's got smaller.
And now I look at the time and it's time for a shower and start to pipe down for the evening. I got 2 hours before I used to go to bed at like 8 and get up at 4. Now I go to bed more in the lines of 10 or 11, get up at 4 or 5. So my morning.
I haven't had a bedtime since I was a kid. I go to bed when I want.
Morning time hasn't.
I don't know. Maybe I'm weird.
Changed much, but my. I hate when that happens. I
don't even have her sped up.
It's nice to see you, Shannon. Oh, Jules, it's nice to see you, my love. Amanda, Auntie, it's nice to see you as well. I got to tell you, I don't know about you. Today's been Sunday. So like this morning I woke up and it's like, I want to eat something, right? And then I'm like,
why didn't she go to church? I thought Betty went to church on Sunday. Don't be talking about your pastor anymore then, Betty. You ain't got no pastor.
Well, what am I going to make? I got all this. What am I going to have for like my meat? What am I going to, and I'm just like, I got tomatoes. I got meat. I made some potatoes, like little just fried potatoes, but I put too much salt on them, which
it's
I don't
breakfast, Betty.
But for whatever reason, I hadn't made breakfast in a while. They tasted fine, but they were a little salty. And I'm like, well, I got to use these potatoes. They're over salty. What do I do? So I made this noodle dish. And what I did is I took my skillet.
If they were cut up potatoes, couldn't you just rub the salt off a little bit?
my cast iron skillet.
Black Widow, thank you so much. She's gifted another 10 memberships. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
And I cooked bacon in it and fried some bacon. And then I used that grease along with some olive oil and a little bit of butter and a couple tablespoons of white wine. And I cooked that down with some onions and some garlic. And then I had some tomato that if I didn't use the tomato, it was going to go bad. So I chopped up the tomato into some cubes, threw that in there, made it really colorful. I was going to put some pork in there just to give it a little bit more meat. But to be honest with you, the bacon tasted really good in there. I didn't crisp up the bacon too much. I just cooked the bacon. It did have a little bit of a crunch, but for the most part, it was just a piece of meat inside pasta. I took Angel Hand pure pasta and added about a half a cup of water in there. And
Butter is not on any diet. Raina's. Somebody took a picture. Man, people are petty betties, and I love it, right? I'm here for some of this. But somebody on one of the Facebook groups took a picture of Reese, what are they called? Like the cereal, it's the Reese cup cereal, like those. I guess she has a box of it on top of her refrigerator, and she's been talking about being on a diet. And someone was like, Betty, you're not on a diet. And they like zoomed into this box. It was hilarious. I'll have to find the picture and show it to you, but it made me laugh. It made me laugh.
Cooked down, and those potatoes that were over salted seasoned that whole skillet. It was delicious. It was actually pretty good. Actually just finished it just a little bit ago. So anyways, we have been on the case of Sebastian Rogers, a 15-year-old boy that disappeared from his home in Hendersonville, Tennessee. We have come under attack yet again, right? Now there's like all these, everybody keeps reaching out to me about these screenshots. First of all, the majority of the screenshots being passed around are bunk. I couldn't even remember, honestly, if Tony had paid me in Cash App, or I thought it was on through chat, the super chat. And I thought it was the super chat that he did for the steak, but everybody's blowing this whole steak out of proportion. First of all,
that's what it is, Ben George. I think that it's from like one of the, like a Dollar Tree type of one that you get to just like go that goes over a table, right? Like a tablecloth. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that you can get anything as long as it's green and it'll work. But it's like, Betty, put a little more effort into your channel.
You don't buy people to go harass people for $50. I don't know what trailer park trash idiot says, oh my God, he's paying her to do this. I don't work for $50, okay, first and foremost. And if I'm going to do something, which I wouldn't do anything that's going to jeopardize my freedom, but if I was going to be paid for something, it better be a hell of a lot more than some stupid $50. I will tell you that right now. Okay, if for any reason I'm going to go out there and commit a crime and somebody's paying me to commit the crime, baby, it better be $5K or more. Okay. And even then, I might just take.
So $5K, you can get Betty to do something for you, but not a steak dinner. She's worth more than a steak dinner, guys.
Take your $5K and run. Just saying.
Just saying.
And it's like, I keep my Venmos private. Well, I'm on here.
Can we block words from people actually saying them? I wish we could. We could block words from the chat, but we can't block them from actually physically
here.
saying
So everybody
them.
so they can literally manufacture anything they want on these receipts. And so I was talking to Tony. I'm like, what the hell is this? I thought you only gave me the $50 in there. I said, I don't remember you ever saying. He goes, no. He goes, I did. He goes, I don't even remember reading it. I don't even remember unless there's like a little statement there from somebody. I don't even, I probably hearted it or whatever. I don't know. I don't remember. I really don't. And people are like, oh my God, she's being paid. We're going to turn this over to law. That's a great use of law enforcement resource, a petty BS YouTube beef, right?
I think if this means she's talking about share, and I think share was meaning like bring the receipts to YouTube.
And I'm sitting here like, and it's Lisa B always is in here. And then there was another, one of our Lisas sent me a screenshot for $823. And I'm like, oh shit, I'd love to have a donation like that. Heck, I welcome it. Anybody want to throw $800 my way? I'm not going to stop you. Remember, we can still have some legal expenses to pay. You know what I mean?
Betty, those legal expenses are because of you and your own actions. No one else. You filed these lawsuits. Only thing that you didn't file is the protection order that's out for you for the Proudfoots and the Bowersocks. But you put yourself in that position to get that, in my opinion, my humble opinion.
I'm saying, so I'm looking at this and I'm like, this is bullshit.
They probably should get her bail money ready. Yeah, actually, talking about money.
Bullshit. I haven't gotten an $800 donation on this channel in like I don't know how long. Like cut it out. If I had, I'd be
You
sitting
got
up
one?
here saying, "Hey, look what I've done." What our beautiful subscriber has done. I'm just like, these people have no bounds. They're evil freaking people. They can't even fight with the truth. They have to manufacture and lie about anything to get the attention of their audience because they're just that stupid. And for their audience,
They're not saying just a subscriber. They're saying Tony paid you. That's what they're saying.
dude, if you've got paid for friendship, they ain't your friends. Okay?
Oh.
I hate to burst your bubble. All these channels.
Everybody's better that goes to Betty's channel. Better go ahead and unsubscribe.
You look so cool and everybody's being a friend. Stop making those donations. I guarantee you go right in the back of the line. All right? I don't need people over here buying my attention or my friendship. We're here for a common goal. It's a missing or deceased person. That's what we do over here. Okay? You don't need to. If you want to support, you support. But don't be buying your friendship over here. It won't work. I'm just saying. If I send you a steak, you can collect my child support.
Do I sound like that when I say welcome in? Because I know I say welcome in a lot. Do I sound like when she says just saying? I hate that. I hate that just saying. There's another thing I hate. That what do I say? What do people say? I'll have to think about it. There's something else. There's another word.
Can you collect my child support? If you want to send me steak money, I'll go collect your child support. I got a bullhorn. Just let me know what house I need to aim it at. These people are reaching.
Now that would be a lucrative business, Betty. Maybe she should look into that. Hey, I'll go buy, baby daddy's house. He's not paying child support. I'll bring my bullhorn.
It's crazy.
That could be a business.
It's not like this one. Like they keep manufacturing stuff and they keep lying. It's like, at what point do you realize that you are like making up stuff to change people's mind? Like you've got to lie because the truth would never get you there. So you manufacture and make up lies. This is their MO. And I keep telling you this. This is what they keep doing, right? If they have no news, they just make it up, right? And when you find out who everybody's talking to, it's one person that loves to manufacture news. So he's taught all these people this horrible process. And I'm sitting here talking to people about donations to my channel. No. And even if the guy gave me $50, do you honestly think $50 is a payment to stalk somebody? There's got to be more there. There's got to be conversations. There's got to be text messages. There's got to be coordination, dude. Not just because you have this fucked up thing in your head where you say, oh my God, he bought her to harass them. $50? Like, what gutter trash are you? Like, just go sit down.
Oh, okay. Could you stop showing your hand right there? Put a Band-Aid on that. Put some Neosporin. You need to have Neosporin. You need to clean it. You need to wash your hands, Betty. Wash your hands because you touch your dog and stuff. Wash your hands for 20 seconds or sing the birthday song. Happy birthday twice. Either or. And then put some alcohol pad on there. We got to get an alcohol and it's going to hurt, but it's okay, Betty. Just blow on it. Just blow and breathe. It'll be fine, Betty. Then put some Neosporin on there. Then take a bandage because I don't think a Band-Aid is going to fit that. You're going to need like a bandage. You're going to need something bigger, So put a little bandage or something on there. Keep that on there for a couple days, right, Betty? And it's going to heal like a charm. But you don't show it to us.
Oh, sit down. And if that's really what you guys consider evidence, this is probably why you guys don't believe anybody's guilty. Except, we all see how felons these people are. Most of these people are felons. And then I was sitting there talking because...
No, we don't say every case we cover has corrupt cops. Who's she trying to convince or to impress showing all that cleavage all the time? I know, right? Is it almost Liz? Thank you so much for the $4.99 super sticker. I appreciate that so much. Yeah, I know. I've never been the type, but I mean, that's just me. I've never had the girls, until I got older, literally until I hit my 30s. But Betty's be showing them all the time. She don't wear t-shirts a lot. I guess it's Florida.
Last night, Justin Thrall was on a panel and it's like, oh my gosh, well, the only reason I didn't like you is because how you guys treated Trev Time. I kept trying to tell Justin, Trev Time is not the same that he was when he was on the Summer Wells case. Ever since he got with Chloe, he's changed because you've never heard this man be disrespectful. I have never seen Trev Time be disrespectful to anybody but Seth. And even when
he was never disrespectful to Seth.
He was told to back off. He wanted to come at Seth like a cougar.
No, he didn't. We saw the video of Seth going after him. It's calling him a boy. you boy. Go home, boy. We saw that, Betty. Come on, get the hell out of here, bed.
That is not the Trev time we used to know. And you know what? It really upsets me because, Justin for all, always about the, I'm a loyal friend. Well, he worked next to me. He rode in cars with me. Him and I have had personal conversation. He personally knows me. I don't know how many times he's done that with Trev time, but I guarantee it probably wasn't near as many times as he has met me personally and has worked with me personally.
So loyalty because you've worked with him personally doesn't mean he liked you just because he worked with you personally.
You know what I'm saying?
We all have people we have to work that we've worked with that we don't like, right?
So obviously he wasn't a very loyal friend to me when I was trying to explain to him what Trevor was doing and still doing, by the way, this professional, oh my gosh, he's such a sweet guy. Well, sweet guys don't act the way he's acting. Okay. They're not constantly always poking something. Every time there's anything, even the news, you see Trev Times BS childish comment attached to it. And I told Trev Time at this time, I said, you're going to ruin your reputation over these people. And then we find out Chloe is too busy vetting the volunteers. Why does she need to vet volunteers? Did anybody ask you? You've got a 3-time felon that they're working with, but they're vetting volunteers? You see what I'm saying? This was the way they were wasting time and resources on crap that had nothing to do with Sebastian's case or getting more and more people out there to help search. They were throwing monkey wrenches every time you turned around.
Just like you running up and stopping traffic and running up to Terry Bowersock's car.
And to hear somebody say that they're mad at Seth and Tony because of it, clearly did not know what they were talking about, because I guarantee if they saw how Trev Time behaved behind those scenes that they didn't see, they would have been appalled by his behavior, much like I was. Much like I was. And when I saw people not understanding what was really going on and siding with him, it made me very upset, because these are people that I always thought would do their due diligence before they open their pie hole.
I forgot I had these.
But as we're learning, that's not the case here on YouTube. Just like last night, some stupid creator decides to scream fire without doing her due diligence, but it really was for attention, right? And then another creator, Fat Mal from Canada. I've never talked about that lady. Don't talk about that lady. Could care less about that lady. The lady is insignificant to me. And she's telling Tony, well, I'm sure you've heard about me. No, he hasn't. Not from this chick, because you're nothing to me, right? I don't even think of her. Up until last night, I forgot about freaking Fat Mal from Canada. I out of sight, out of mind. Didn't even think she was an issue. Of course.
Who's Fat Mouth from Canada? Oh, Cher. Is that who she means? Fat Mouth. Does she mean like big mouth? I was trying to find something, but now I can't find them, so I'll have to show you guys later. But they were my red flags. All my little red flags. Oh, one more second. I bet you they're like on a cart in my closet right here. I'll have to look. But I have literally these like miniature red flags, and I could be throwing them up right now because that's Cher. That's who she was talking. Yeah, it took me a second, because Cher was. I mean, I even asked in a channel today, like who's conducting the interview, because Cher was asking all the questions. It seemed like when I saw it, the part that I saw, Cher was asking a lot of questions.
She wants receipts, Where's all those receipts for Summer Wells? Crazy lady from Canada. Where are all the receipts? Where did every penny you spend your proceeds from Summer Wells? I want an accounting. I mean, all you got to do is go over to YouTube, go into your studio, and screenshot the last 2 years of your accounting and send those to me. It should be easy to settle and everything like that. So I'm sure you don't mind just going ahead and doing that for me. Since it's so easy. And if you're not going to be willing to do that, don't be asking anybody else for their financial receipts. I will tell you that. But again, she's absolutely insignificant to me. I don't talk about her. As a matter of fact, I don't talk about anybody. Until somebody gets under my skin and makes me come live here, I don't talk about people behind their backs. I don't talk about go over there and say, oh,
that's
this person's this, to people's ears. I don't do.
That's a lie. And I found them. I don't know how many lies we're at, but we're going to count one. Betty, we got all the red flags for you, honey. I found them. I knew they're in that closet. I was like tearing through it really quick.
Do that. It's kind of funny that they have to resort to that. See, I don't. And so I just thought it was really, but I thought, if you haven't seen it,
I'm gonna put another one in there because she said she doesn't resort to that.
I thought Tony kept his cool. He shouldn't have been on there for 4 hours. He's a spokesperson. He can do what he wants. He's a grown boy, but I wouldn't have given them the time of the day because that's the whole reason why they were lying up there to begin with. They had nothing better to talk about. They needed a click and a view, and they decided to ruffle some feathers to get somebody to bite so they could have some content.
This is fun. This is funny because Betty's talking about Brittany, and Brittany's going to end up talking about Betty, and then Betty's going to probably talk about Brittany, and then Brittany is going to talk about Betty. You know how this is going to go. But Betty, you were right though. Can't say she's wrong.
That is everything I despise about the streets.
But I do think she's like a little jelly right now. I think she's jealous because where's Tony been on? Why hasn't he went on her channel? I mean, Seth and him went on there one time. One time. Betty, I thought that was like you're going to be your meal ticket for a while.
YouTube. I literally could pull something out of my butt and create content on it. Some people are not that gifted. Okay.
You're absolutely right. She does talk about people's looks. Thank you for that. Thank you for that other super sticker. That's so nice. She does talk about other creators and their looks. Yeah, she does. Yep, absolutely. We've talked about it on this channel before.
Okay.
We only go after Betty when Betty's going after other people.
Literally, if I wanted to, I bet you I could do a whole entire live on braids.
No, you couldn't.
I bet you
You can't even do braids. What are those things?
I could do an entire live. I am the Seinfeld of YouTube. I bet you I could talk about glasses.
She's right? The Seinfeld of YouTube. What does that even mean? She's not funny. But I guess she is. I mean, she's like making me laugh. So I guess I can't say she's not funny because she's making me laugh. But come on.
I bet you I can make an hour show about reading glasses. Raise your hand if you think I got the gift. I'm just saying, right? Some people ain't got it like that, right? Some people ain't got it like that.
People are hate watching, Betty.
Ain't
got it like that.
Craddock is waiting for you. I hope he is because you guys are so full of shit. You're like, you actually have to commit a crime to be arrested. Remember, Chris and Katie aren't in jail right now. Why? Because there's no evidence, right? Not that they didn't do it. Okay? Let me tell you, I would not get an arrest warrant because one, I didn't do anything. And you literally have to commit a crime and have evidence of the crime you committed to get handcuffs, dum-dum. I don't know where if it was so easy just to say, this person did that, it's time for them to go to jail. Well, by God, I'd have Chris and Katie in jail right now, wouldn't I? And you call me the nut job? At least I got some damn brain cells. Go smoke a nut.
There's not even evidence of a crime. So yeah, Betty, is she smoking or is it crack? I'm not sure, which, I mean, no, because smoke doesn't do this to you. Smoke chills you out. It's crack. Must be. Allegedly, like she says, when it means nothing when you say it like that.
Another one, dum-dum.
So we need a cup that says, just saying. We need a t-shirt that says dum-dum. And then what was the other? She just said a saying, and that was like real dum-dum like. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out something for a t-shirt.
Good gracious. You can't fix stupid. Some people are just too stupid to help. I would say go to school, but the public school system's crap this day and age. There was a creator who was asking why there is a fundraiser for an animal rescue as opposed to a reward being offered to find Sebastian. I'm appalled at this. Sebastian loved animals. Why the motive? Exactly. And not only that, but there was a $3,500 reward fund. And apparently, I still thought it was going on. I don't know if it is or not.
It is.
Apparently, it's law enforcement that doesn't want the reward fund. Apparently, it'd make their life too crazy.
No.
And not only that, nothing is stopping these yahoos out here on these streets from creating a reward fund for Sebastian instead of bitching about it.
That's really not our job, really. I mean, if at the end of the day, Betty, if you think about it. And does anyone want to know? Does anyone want to let me know why Seth's GoFundMe is -2? Okay, so when he had his GoFundMe, when it's still up, it's still there. But when he stopped the GoFundMe, the goal was $25,000 and he had went over the goal. It was $26,719. I remember. Now it's sitting at $24,719. So are people asking for refunds for their money? I mean, I'm wondering if people aren't asking for refunds, because that's $2,000 that's just like gone. And I don't think you could take like, you might be able to take a little bit out at a time. I don't know. I don't know how GoFundMe works like that.
Right? But they want to have control over another person when they didn't even contribute to it. Listen, if I contribute to a GoFundMe or anything else like that, I don't put strings on my money. And I doubt that anybody that is donating to those causes actually puts strings on their money. It's these people that refuse to even participate that put strings on money that they didn't even help collect or donate to. They are freaking idiots. And the people that support them in this total idiocy of blah, blah, blah,
when you get so mad, you don't know what to say. That's what that was. Blah, 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 dee. We're gonna rewind that, because I love when people get so mad they don't know what to say.
They're freaking idiots.
This whole idiocracy.
And the people that
right.
support them in this total idiocy of blah, 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 dee are just as stupid and idiotic, in my opinion. If I offend you, you probably don't belong here on the Bullhorn Betty Crime channel, Crime Stories channel. I offend a lot. If you can't handle the heat, get the heck out of the kitchen. Just saying, because it's hot up in here.
It's hot on the Bullhorn Betty Crime Stories show. This is our other channel. This is our second channel. It's linked in the description, and I'll put it in the chat. But Betty, you're supposed to be pastoring it up over on Bullhorn Betty channel. Different channel, different personality.
And if you're offended by anything that comes out of my mouth, that means you probably are part of the problem. You got to tell my regular audience when I'm screaming in here or saying something, they ain't getting sideways. Why? Because they know.
Well, I'm not your regular audience. That's why I'm getting sideways.
I ain't talking about them. But the ones that are bald butt hurt, yeah, I'm talking to you. Sure am. And if that's offensive, well, guess what? I'm talking to you again. If you're that offended, this is not the channel for you. Okay, we do adult over here. We know how to attack the issues, not necessarily the people. However, I stick up for myself.
You've just been attacking people the whole time you've been on this live, Betty.
If that's offensive to some, oh well. Cry me a river, build me a bridge, and get you know what over it. CP and KP fought the reward fund, and they go, yeah, they fought everything, but everybody has freaking dementia and amnesia, you know, because they just want a selective outrage. It's like, listen, the man did not lose his kid. Why aren't you demanding, Katie and Chris, where the hell's the reward fund for the people that have $1 million worth of assets instead of a man that's renting an apartment? These people are jokers. Like, if you're out here in the real world, we're laughing at them. You know why I haven't talked about you fat lips from Canada?
Just because, well, if they have $1 million worth of things, they probably got $1 million worth of bills. Betty, they're not renting an apartment. They own a home. Their mortgage is going to be a little higher than Seth's duplex, whatever you call it.
You want to know why? Because you do nothing. You are an absolute
PRB, I gotta get my chapstick.
That thinks there's somebody. Okay? Like I said, there's a lot of uneducated people with an opinion and a microphone on YouTube. It doesn't make them right. It doesn't make them act like they know anything. These people are idiots. I want to know who in my chat thinks it's okay to try to tell a stranger they've never met what they can and cannot do. To me, that goes outside the bounds of normal civility. You know these people nothing. They owe you literally nothing. They know you from squat on the wall. And you're trying to tell them what they can and can't do. Oh, and you better show me your receipt. Who are you?
Who are you?
Just, you know.
Betty, over here talking about Chris and Katie day in and day out. Day in and day out. Who are you? You know? And didn't she say the other day that she washed her curtains? I know she did. So where are they? Because I was thinking, I want to see how wrinkly she puts them back up. Because when she put them up the first time, it was when she bought them. Because you could see it just like this thing, how it's been folded. You could see her curtains were just like that too. You can see it. I'm OCD. I'll admit it.
Who are you? That
so offended if the shoe was on the other foot because I'm demanding Fat Lips from Canada to show me her financials for the last 2 years. Since she demands it from everybody else, where's hers? Where's the crazy lady that's always with the effery?
Won't you say her name? The Efren. What's the Efren? Like the Efren? Betty, I don't.
Just saying.
Just saying. Every time that Betty says "just saying," I feel like I die a little inside, you know? It's like she's just trying to fill in dead air. I need to find a word that's better than that. Like, you know, like my pleasure, like, you know, Chick-fil-A does. Every time instead of saying "just saying," I'll say my pleasure.
Those channels need to be shut down. We ain't trying to shut down channels. We're just trying to correct the bad behavior, right?
And she's talking about Tony in this panel that he went on last night. So she's talking about Brittany J, Cher, Justin. She said his name. I think the only person she didn't throw in there is Nana's Dragonfly. She didn't say anything about her, I don't think. Not yet.
If you're not willing to do it, then don't demand it upon somebody else. Just like when Chloe was researching people's past to volunteer. Who gives a rat's ass? You're working with a 3-time felon that likes to womanize. And he ain't even off his ass out there helping. So the people that are out there helping, why are you giving them the 5th degree? Because she's a freaking idiot.
Why are you throwing us word salad, Betty?
She's a freaking idiot. That's why. Only stupid idiots do stupid crap like that. There is no background check with volunteer work, lady, especially when you're looking for a 15-year-old boy. It's all.
There should be. There should be. There absolutely should be a sign-in sheet where you have got to put your name down and your license plate number. Absolutely. Because people show up to these searches. They show up to them high. They show up to them drunk. They show up to them and they may be having a background in the P files, you know. They may have, you know, dangerous backgrounds. Yeah, Betty. So if some stuff goes down, or let's say they see some stuff and they freak out and they just like pass out on you, you'll know who they are. You know who these people are that you have around you that are searching for your kid. You know, and investigators, they know who they are. You know, they can vet them. Absolutely.
All hands on deck.
I'm sorry. Not all hands on deck. I mean, I would not. That's just me.
People.
And that's what happened. And that's why we're here right now today, is because of all hands on deck, right? That's why we're here today. We have fake investigators. We've got fake dog handlers. We've got a whiskey, a tango, foxtrot, or whatever their names were. They were all liquor, but you know, that's what they remind me of. We've had so much foolery in this case because of let's get all hands on deck. Because we've had all these creators come out and we're being threatened. What? And we never saw no evidence of that neither, did we?
Are ignorant and stupid. And if that offends you, then I'm probably talking to you.
You offend me, Betty.
So that's kind of where we were today. Just thought I'd let you know.
She needs more than Jesus. Her pastor needs to be called. Where's that pastor at?
No, just joking.
Actually, we need an exorcism, Betty. We've got the curtain ready. We got the splash pad ready in the back. So
with you, I just figured I'd give my 2 cents on all of that. But I did think Tony did himself as well as their team very well, because with all those loudmouth little buttholes, he kept his stuff calm, cool, and collective. And you know what? I told Seth whenever he was on there and I started seeing that creator coming over here, I'm like, something's wrong. And I kept it to myself. And then I was asked, what do you think? I'm like, look, I don't know her that well. I can tell you she's not a BHP fan. She probably will talk trash. And if she's that kind of girl, then she'll probably flip the switch on you. That's exactly.
I thought she was taking up for Betty, though. I thought she's been like on the Betty's not that bad kind of kick. So we're going to rewind this. This is what she's talking about, Brittany J. Okay.
His stuff calm, cool, and collective. And you know what? I told Seth whenever he was on there and I started seeing that creator coming over here, I'm like, something's wrong. And I kept it to myself. And then I was asked, what do you think? I'm like, look, I don't know her that well. I can tell you she's not a BHP fan. She probably will talk trash. And if she's that kind of girl, then she'll probably flip the switch on you. That's exactly what I said. And I just said that maybe 30 or 45 days ago or something. But I don't try to control or stop somebody from doing what they're going to do. I was asked, I gave my opinion, and I didn't know the person, but I can just gauge that most people on here aren't here to help the victim. They just aren't. They're there to help themselves. Because if they weren't, then why? If a parent, like if somebody came up to me tomorrow,
are we kidding? Are we kidding, Betty? Do we need to go back to Quentin Simon? Because I have my old videos. My old videos show you in a whole different light, Betty.
and said, hey, I really don't want you covering this case, and came to me, like Seth went to several of these people. I've been like, okay, is there a reason why? And if they explained it, well, do you mind if I do this? I'd go through it. And they're like, hey, no, I don't want you to touch it. It's very upsetting to me. I don't want you touching it at all. I'd be like, okay, God bless you, right? And I'd move on. I wouldn't then turn and start attacking that innocent parent because of that. I would move on. I'd find something else to talk about. I'd find another case to move on to if it upset the parents that much. So if you get that kind of call and they flip out on the parent, what is that telling you? It's telling you that they're there for themselves. That's what it tells you. Because if they were there,
BHB got too full, like she got too into the moment. She was like, well, she doesn't like me, and I think that Brittany did a live, I think, on her a while back and was like, look at Betty, she's being a grifter. And then after that, she's been taken up for Betty, I thought.
For the victim, and the victim's family was having some major
Betty, ye of little faith.
problems, then they would just back off. But here, that's not what you're getting. You're getting people attacking Seth because he's asking them to back off because they're covering his case wrong. They're not respecting him or his son. And then they want to say, oh, well, I'm doing it. I do care for Sebastian. Really? By attacking his innocent father.
I don't attack Seth. If Seth does something that needs to be talked about, we talk about it. But we don't attack him. No one attacks him, in my opinion. Everybody that just talks about what he said. That's it. Just like, Seth came out and said that he put all that crap and dirt and all the things on that pizza and served it to a mentally challenged person that was his ex-roommate or something along those lines. He said that. So, of course, there's going to be creators that have an opinion about that topic that has nothing to do with how they feel about Sebastian. It's how they feel about Seth. You know what I mean? Just like if people don't like Chris Proudfoot's personality, or if some people don't like Katie Proudfoot's personality, everyone's allowed to have an opinion. But when you go from having an opinion like that then to blaming, that's where the line is, there's a line. There is a line.
Over something that happened 8 years ago? That's what you call investigative reporting. Creating bunk criminal history on his spokesperson and manufacturing
So that criminal history was Tony Mathis, not some black guy, like Tony was saying. Because did you just hear out of Big Betty's mouth?
Disgusting.
Fat
That's
mouth.
what you call
fat mouth.
Investigative reporting. Creating bunk criminal history on his spokesperson and manufacturing a disgusting video. That's what you call helping?
I thought she said,
boy, right?
I thought she said it was, I didn't hear bunk. I was like, wait a minute here. But I will tell you, some of those charges were for a white gentleman, same age, approximately, I don't know how old he is, as Tony Mathis. There was a Tony Lee Mathis and then a Tony Mathis on those pages. We looked it up that night. I forget the state. I forget the state we even looked it up in. But we looked it up and there was two different names. There's two different birthdays. One of them was a Tony Lee Mathis. One of them was like a Tony, I think it didn't have a middle name, Mathis. So yeah, Tony, Betty. There was some for him. You know who put that out probably? I think that was JLR, and you know he did his due diligence and found that crap. Your buddy.
Meanwhile, you don't do that shit to Katie or Chris. You just save it for Seth. The only person looking for this boy that doesn't want anything to do with y'all's butts because of the way you acted, the way you this is not professionalism. I have never seen professionalism attack their prior client. That's not professional to me.
Is it professional to get a father of a missing child to get them fired from their job, Betty? Is that professionalism? Your kind of professionalism? Is it professional to have the cops called out in front of a house that you're protesting in front of over 30 times in 30 days? Is that professional? Going to a family member's home of a child that we think is in a landfill and playing baby crying sounds at night in front of the house, that professional? Convincing people to go up and touch the house, and you said you'll pay for their bail to get out, and you never did. Is that professionalism? I can go on. Planting evidence in the Gabby Petito case. Is that professionalism? I got a lot. I've got a lot. I've got a lot. I came in on Betty's tail. I don't know why. I don't know why you got, but that's how me and Heels in the Air hooked up. You know, bless her heart. You know, rest in peace, Heels. But like, because of our love for Betty.
We've all been fired from jobs. When have we turned around and took 6 months to bash our job over the head and just not let go? Seems like really unstable behavior, if you ask me, from a bunch of people that try to proclaim themselves as professional.
Mm-hmm.
And then to hear somebody go up there and say, well, you know, I really didn't like you because of the situation. You don't know what that situation was. You didn't bother getting both sides of the story. So don't tell me you do your due diligence. You will.
Well, I'll give you both sides. Right there, what I told you, that's all true. It's all true. Betty will say, we didn't do that. Also, there was a guy I don't know if it was a male or a female. I'm so sorry about this part. I don't know. But there was a person in hospice care that lived by the Quinn Simon home, and they had to almost move out of their home. I don't know if they ended up doing it or not because of the noise that was going on at that home by this lady right here.
Well, one side and one side only. And I chose to look at the whole entire picture, and people got pissed off at me.
Yes,
oh, well, I will never, ever talk good about Trev Time again on this channel. And just like I said, and we will watch it happen in living color, his entire reputation go down the stinking drain. Nobody will ever take him seriously. Nobody will ever want to work with him again because they see this poor behavior. And people don't know, hey, you know what, maybe what if it doesn't work out between us? What do I have to look forward to? Well, you have this. You have being trashed for 5 solid months if you don't do exactly what these unprofessional people tell you to do. That's what's going to end up happening to you. They will go after you with every bit of vitriol that they have.
She's got some nerve. When I started my YouTube channel, Betty, I hope you're listening. My boyfriend is the moderator, the top, like it's like a top moderator. I don't know what it's called. It's like active, I don't know, managing moderator. That's what it's called, managing moderator. It's a higher than just like your mods in your chat. This person can shut your channel down, do those things for you. I said, if I ever come up missing, right, or unalived or whatever, something like that, unfortunately for me, if that ever happens, shut down the computer. I said, and walk away. Just walk away. Just because I do not want this showing up on your mama's front porch. She's the one that goes real life.
Whenever you saw the question from earlier,
she puts families through crap.
Because I have been watching this python capture here in Florida.
I ain't going anywhere.
Catcher, and the python can consume. Yeah, they have to be a pretty big python to consume a body. But yeah,
no,
alligators can too.
Yeah, pythons can.
But you know what? I think we need to really look at Dee Warner's case. This was a case out in the country. This was kind of a backdrop of what, potentially.
They were saying they thought a python. Are there pythons just hanging out in Tennessee, y'all? Clue? Do you have pythons in your backyard? Are they just hanging out around Tennessee? I mean, because I'm never coming there. I was going to. I wanted to come. Wanted to go to Gatlinburg. If there's pythons, I'm not going. Oh, good night, Walt. Look at that, 13 months. Man, I need to get that 2-year thing made. I need to do a 1.5 years and a 2-year for you guys. This is insanity. Aren't pythons like in the rainforest? And that's like it. That's like, you know what I mean? Like in the rainforest, like, because I'm man, Betty.
Be a reasonable realistic possibility, that whatever tank. And it comes down to the stuff that I was talking about related to, the large items, things that wouldn't look abnormal driving with, something like that type of tank out there in the country. I went out in the backyard. You guys know I heaved and hoed. I got blisters. I got scratches and blisters
What?
and stuff.
She's saying somebody took a tank with a python out there. Is she alluding to that? I don't even know what she's talking about.
I got it all to prove it. Okay, I was out there, and guess what? When I was out there weed eating, well, we can change it. Hold on, let me get over here.
Kenny.
We have unstable people on the streets of YouTube. They can't control them. They think it's funny, but they don't realize they're messed up in the head, and the rest of us actually know just how messed up in the head they are. But they will never admit it. They think that
crazy will never admit crazy. You know what I mean? Crazy will never admit crazy.
We are. This is just YouTube banter back and forth. They don't realize they're really not wanted, and how unstable.
It's just funny because it's like, she listening? There's pythons in Florida?
Sit here all day just to say one stupid comment. I mean, it's literally totally unhinged and totally unstable. And then they try to say that I'm the one that's unhinged and unstable. Talk about deflecting.
She looks like it.
Much.
Like if you guys were to get a picture of, hold on, let me get her sitting looking up.
All right, let me get over here. Don't forget to go out there and like this, sub up if you haven't already subbed up. Looks like we'll have to put this on fire. I mean, I really don't care. People are gonna. That's what they can't stand. Is no matter what they do. Anyways,
if you were to get a picture of this person sent to you, would you say to that person that sent this to you, this lady looks a little unhinged? I would. I would be like, who are you showing me right now? Who is this unhinged lady? That's what I would say. And welcome in, everybody. It's good to see everybody. Welcome in.
People still tune in and watch because nobody listens to their ghetto ass crap. Like seriously, these people are so unhinged. And so
who's ghetto now? Is she talking about Brittany being ghetto, or is she talking about Cher? Is she talking about me? I don't think she's talking about me, but you know what I mean.
Ghetto. We don't hang out with trash on this channel. So go back to the trailer park. For those that live in the nice trailer parks, I ain't talking to you. For those that live in the trashy trailer parks, I'm only talking to you if you're trashy. So just FYI, I thought I'd throw that out there. Want to make sure we've established the parameters here, okay?
What Betty is saying here right now is she doesn't know what to talk about. She doesn't know how to communicate with people in 2024. Like certain things we just probably don't say. Like I would say someone's trailer trash probably. I mean, I don't know. I don't really see myself saying that. No, actually I don't. But I can see other people saying that and I wouldn't take offense to it. But Betty over here is like, she says it and then she's like backtracking her story. Like she backtracks everything. You can't even say that right, Betty, and stand on it. She's like, but not the fancy trailer park.
Good gracious.
Are there fancy trailer parks? I thought that the trailer parks had a mixture of the homes. Like whatever home you wanted to bring in there, you could bring in there. Is there like a homeowners where there's like, only, I mean, I don't know. My brother has a, whatever. There's ones that you put together, like a modular. So I don't know.
What are you doing? You don't even have your head this week.
The blanket is pure gold for Queen Bee. She needs to get a shot of that blanket. Make it a background.
But this way, what are you doing under there? Do you like being under covers
I love this
with
blanket.
your eyes open and stuff? I don't know if she wants. She's so cute. This is why I stay in the bed.
Don't show us.
This is why I stay in the bed.
Don't show.
Right there. See.
Don't show us, Betty.
When I'm out there, she bouncies all over me from when on the couch. She tries to jump up on the couch.
She done. Oh my. Betty, are you not wearing drawers? Betty, I didn't see that earlier. Why didn't? Because God loves me. He said, we're only going to do this to you once, girl. That's bad. That's not even a bad angle. That's just bad Betty. What woman or man, especially man, would do that? Would just do a crotch shot on the internet, not knowing what's going on downstairs. Because she did not know what was going on down there. There is no way. That poor dog, yeah. I already told her if she wants to get rid of the dog, when she does, I'll take the dog. Why, Betty? Why? Yeah, Kenny. Why'd she do that? I saw the picture part of that on the YouTube or on Facebook. I didn't realize she did it. Like Betty. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Okay, never mind. I thought she was going to have Sebastian's name up in this title, and I was going to freak out for a minute.
It's so big.
I think
she's going to get the couch. I think she almost had it the other day. She kind of went from she went out a little further and did kind of a run and leap thing. And
wait till Betty leaves the dog in the house one time by itself for a minute.
And she almost got it. So, yeah, we should be. I just put my troll away button on. You know, that's the 5 days. You got to be.
Just show your crotch,
because all the people that are here that are new to this channel that want to comment now have to wait 5 days because of these stupid trolls. Just bear with it. I promise you, it gets better. But once you're 3 or 5 days.
Betty's saying, "Don't worry, it gets better."
You never have to worry about it again, and you guys will appreciate it because we all get sick of these stupid idiots. Like they can't stay. They just got they're so starved for attention. They will literally do anything for attention.
Oh man, I'll never be sick of her.
I don't want to be that desperate. Like you know, and the only reason I come on here as much is so that all my people, if you guys are lonely, you get to see me. Hey, Betty, is that a pregnancy test? Yes, it's a girl. It's a girl. You want to see her?
Is the white one?
My pregnancy test.
Hold on a second. She had wait. Betty, did she have 2 vapes? What's the white one? What's the white vape do? Because didn't she have a white vape, or what was that white thing in her hand? Wasn't that a vape? And then she just had a red vape. Ooh, Betty, one of them I bet is the marijuana. I don't think that's legal in Florida.
Test right there.
Betty.
She's a beautiful little girl, little chihuahua.
That dog got big. Betty, I'll say it again. When you're ready to get rid of the dog, because we know you're going to get rid of it. We know you are. You're going to have some excuse. The Pomeranians, I thought that was going to be the excuse, right? But it wasn't. So when you're ready, just contact me, titaniumbuiltboo@gmail.com. Let us know. One of us will take the dog. I have 2 of my own here, but if I have to, I would take a third. But I don't know. My dog likes little chihuahuas. But we'd find it a home.
I love you. I love you, sweet girl.
Oh, that sweet girl. Poor sweet girl.
Me and her are inseparable. We go everywhere together.
Except for whenever I have to go to Tennessee.
Except she's got to go. I think she's going to go to my best friend's house this trip. I looked at the date. I'm like, shit, I'm leaving in a few days, right? But I think she's going over to my BFF.
Yeah, Betty, don't you have some upcoming court dates and stuff? Like, what is it? The 22nd is the court date. And then we've got the rescue ride. And then what's the other one? We have another date for something. That's on the same. I took down my notes from last night. I can't remember what it was. It's just something else. You guys will let me know in the chat. She's got things to do, people to see, places to go, you know, court dates to be had.
Because my best friend's going to have her brother, and she came home with her brother. So she kind of wants to reunite the pups. And so I said, yeah, it's not a problem. We got a few more days than expected, but I know she'll have a great time because she always has a great time. But this is the first time she's going over there after.
With another dog?
Why are you're pulling on your blanket? You know you're going to catapult my camera, right?
You're not going to take that dog over at first and make sure those 2 dogs get along before you just drop it off with your friend and leave it there while you go to Tennessee and get arrested? We don't know, allegedly. We don't know if she's going to get arrested. It's kind of like, I think people were hopeful. Sorry, but not sorry. Sorry, but not sorry. Allegedly, you know, what does she always say? Just saying. Oh, she's good. Oh, man.
What are you chewing on?
That white thing right there. What is that?
Huh, pretty girl? There's something under.
She's got her stand in the bed. That's her stand for her phone.
Here? Oh, there is. Look at that.
Look at
Is that what
that.
you were looking for? Is that what you were looking for? All right. I couldn't see what she was fighting with something. I'm like, man, she's gonna take this camera down. She's so cute. She's just too cute. Come on, guys. Look at that. Don't start licking your crotch. I'm talking about how cute you are.
Oh.
You're cutie patootie. Cutie patootie.
Chew all of Betty's stuff.
What are you looking
Okay,
at,
this is
punk?
boring.
What are you looking at, punk?
All right, Betty, you're getting boring now.
All right, we're
You
done
couldn't do a
playing
dog
with
channel.
you. We're done playing with you. Don't knock my camera over.
Okay, the dog's ears were cute. I don't know. Let me see if I can see if we can put it right on the dog. Oh, no. Oh, I can't get it. It like the camera jumps too fast.
What are you looking at, punk? What are you looking at, punk?
What happened? Oh, Ben! Did Betty about fall off the bed? Did Betty about fall off the bed? You gotta go back. I don't know what that was.
So cute. She's just too cute. Come on, guys. Look at that. Don't start licking your crotch. I'm talking about how cute you are.
Oh, I didn't mean to go back off her. Sorry, guys.
Cutie. What are you looking at, punk? What are you looking at, punk?
I'm pretty sure that's her body and that's not the camera. She said, whoops.
All right, we're done playing with you.
This is
we're
too
done
much.
Playing with you. Don't knock my camera over. All right, we're done playing.
The ears were cute. Well, that dog.
So I figured I'd come here and talk about that. Don't forget, guys, we are having a vigil. Burn it. Oh, it's because of that. Okay.
Get a
we are
book.
having a vigil.
Betty, if you're going to do it in the bed, right? If you're going to do this whole setup, get yourself like some two like thick books, right? Like you probably don't have any at home. You might have to get some, at the store, but go buy some thick books, 2 of them. And then maybe that would help. And you could sit that on top, or a computer stand. Like one of those little computer stands that go over your lap. You could stand it on that, or you could sit it on your nightstand and turn it to the side if you're going to do bed shots. But yeah,
In Clarksville,
I'm just trying to protect everybody from another crotch shot. That's all.
Tennessee. And then even though Tony and Seth are not a part of this gathering of voices, we're doing a gathering of voices in front of Sumner County Sheriff, where we're going to have cake and drinks and stuff like that. I'm bringing the big cooler. I just got to fill those up. I haven't ordered the cake yet, but I think I'm just going to do a standard cake with some green trim on it that just says, Sebastian's Army or Sebastian Strong or something like that. It's just going to be like a quarter or, cake sheet. You guys know how it goes. And I think that's going to be enough to feed, at least 10, 20 people with.
So what's this protest about? What's this protest for then? What are we doing the protest for?
Cake. And of course, we'll have plenty of water and soda and whatever people may want while they're out there. It's going to be, we're going to be gathering. We're going to be, praying. We're going to be chanting. We're going to have our signs. We're going to, we want justice. If you see something, say something. There's stuff that we're getting together over and above that. So I hope that anybody that wants to participate and wants to come out and show love and support, to please show love and support. I really believe that we need to be at that Sumner County Sheriff. We need to let them see how many people care about Sebastian. I don't anticipate it being a huge crowd on a Monday morning, but I would love it to be as big as it can possibly be, in honor of Sebastian. I just, this is the 6-month milestone, and I just feel like law enforcement, it's always hard, I just don't feel like law enforcement cares like his dad does. I don't feel like law enforcement cares like we do. I feel like, with all the stuff going around, and it could be a lot of misinformation about the tightness that the Proudfoots and the Bowerstocks have with local law enforcement as well as other law enforcement.
Betty, we don't know what law enforcement has. We don't know what they have. They could have a case going on. They could have a suspect in mind. Maybe we don't know. Maybe this was some sort of abduction or lured incident, and they're going through those electronics of, set that gaming system. We don't know, Betty, but for you to sit there and say that they're not given, well, they might not be giving it to Seth because he runs his mouth, but for you to say that like you're deserving of it, or we're deserving of it, we're not deserving of any information. So you're going to go down there and you're going to throw signs around for what? So that they'll give a press conference or something? Man, I told you guys all the time, I'd hate to be a cop. I'd hate to have to stop what I was doing to go stand in front of a camera and tell some people I don't have nothing. You know what I mean? Like when you could be working on a lead or working on the case. Like, I don't know, I've always said that, but I like my press conferences. I don't want to take it for granted, but just saying, I got to get that out of my head.
On here could very well be just rumors, but at the end of the day,
I need that on a shirt.
Uncomfortable for us as the public. But can you imagine being the father?
Good idea. I don't know if they do need. They might need a permit to protest in Tennessee. If Clue's still in here, I bet she would know. Are you going? Is Clue? Are you going to the protest? Because I would pay some good money to see that. I would. Clue in a bikini at the protest. That's what you said you would do if she came to your house. I remember. Don't think I forgot. I remember. And I cannot. And another thing, she did. Betty saying she was going to urinate in people's yards too. Is she still doing that? Is she still up to that? When she's going to Tennessee, she's going to do that when she's in Tennessee. I think she stays clear.
The biological father of this child.
I think she stays clear
and
now.
Hearing those things and law enforcement not settling your concerns and your fear.
She's probably got a permit with her press pass. Do you want to see my press pass? I made this just for Betty. Now, I still have to print out my get out of jail free card. I keep forgetting that. I have it up on my Canva. It's there. It's ready. It's orange. It's nice. But this is my press pass. It's got my picture on it. I made it myself. It's got this barcode. I don't know if you scan that, what it scans to. I have no clue because I just made this off Canva. And it could take you somewhere bad, like the dark web or something. But yeah, my press pass. So, Betty, don't mess with me. I'll come to Tennessee. I'm ready for you, girl. I'm ready.
I mean, I can't imagine what it's got to be like on a daily for Seth. I really don't. And while Tony and I talk, regularly about Sebastian's case, mapping, some of the stuff that I receive in my emails and, stuff that I receive on the channel.
Mapping
about
for what?
Sebastian, that I think is important that they may want to look into. Other than that, it's like we stay focused from the beginning. We've stayed focused on Sebastian and keeping it about Sebastian, not these stupid creators, not anything else. Our daily communication is all about how we can move this case forward. What can we do to help locate, a path forward, something to look at, at the end of the day.
No, Betty, you haven't. You just been saying Chris and Katie, corruption.
It's a needle in a haystack, and we are trying to find locations. And then we hear this stuff about Dee Warner and how close she really was and how she was contained and how she was hidden. And it starts getting our gears turning. It starts getting our gears turning about what happened. I mean, the good news is that there is a limited time from the time that they were spotted. We know we have a validation that he was alive at 6:30 Sunday evening. Okay, so at least we know at this point this is not something that happened days or weeks before he was reported missing. We've got eyes on Sebastian Rogers. So the actual window of opportunity for anything to transpire is so small, right? From 6:30 the night before to 6 a.m. that night, that is where everything happened. Because we know that he was seen at 6:30 and he wasn't seen again at 6 in the morning the next day. So we have about a 12-hour window. That's it. With the West Boys, we come to find out we had a 3-month window? From the time that they believe those boys were unalive to the time that they were reported missing, like 3 or 4 months?
Yeah, because they weren't reported missing. Betty, Sebastian was reported missing as soon as Katie didn't see Sebastian. She said, well, my goodness, he's not here. She freaked out. She called Chris. And to tell you the truth, that's what I would have done too. If that was my child, I would have called Vincent and been like freaking out on the phone. I don't know. In my mind, I would call my significant other because I would think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance that I'm freaking out and he knows the answer and he knows where he's at. Like, that's just me. I don't know if it was that long in the West Boys case. I should look it up. I usually do look up everything she says because that's why I have tabs open right now. I'm like, because when she says stuff, I'm like, no, we're going to look it up. We're going to look it up. Because if you ever hear a statistic on YouTube, and you just look them all up. But if you really are like side-eyeing it, look up the statistic on Google. Just Google it for yourself. Google will tell you everything you need to know. And then you'll know. Because some people be saying the craziest things. There was something else I needed to look up about a statistic. And I think it was on Brittany's channel, though.
This is not the case for Sebastian Rogers. The window is so small that it's hard not to know exactly who was in and around him in that 12-hour window.
12 hours is pretty long.
It's really simple. There was less than 10 people. Less than 10 people around this boy. Less than 10 people. In an investigation where you could potentially have hundreds of people, to only have 10 people.
What 10 are she? Who's she counting? Who is she counting? I don't even count 10. I can't even count 10 people. Poor Sebastian knows. So, everybody. I mean, literally, who else other than Chris, Katie, Seth, Bowersox? There's 5. She's just making up numbers. So, I guess, well, Seth, Robin Rogers. I mean, if we're going to put everybody on the list, I mean, that's 7. Watch your right. Betty, have you been cleared, Betty? Betty, where were you? February 25th, 26th, 2024.
To really look at and dive into, and that's at a major amount. Like there's like total of 10 people to really look into when it comes to Sebastian Rogers' case. We know where Seth was. He's out. Whether law enforcement says he's out or not, I don't care. He's out.
He's not out. He's not out. Not until his phone has been cleared, because dude could be on the phone making plans with somebody to take his kid. I'm sorry, but that could happen. That could happen. That could happen. Betty.
Rock solid alibi. Okay?
That's
his teachers. I don't think his teachers would have wanted harm to come to him.
I agree.
The limited of friends that he talks to and communicates with, I don't think harm's way they want to come to them.
I don't know about that.
The cousins, the aunts. Listen to this. Aunt Melissa is on her.
I haven't heard about no cousins. Have we heard about cousins? Oh, absolutely. Autistic children run away a lot. Not like a lot, but it's called eloping. Well, that's what they call it, eloping.
Facebook.
Now, I could see a kid with autism running away, like running if they were scared of something. Like I've even said maybe like a bad dream. But the only thing that gets me, and I don't think Katie did anything, I don't think Chris did anything, nothing like that. Only thing that gets me is that door is shut, that front door. Like whatever, that door that he went out of, that would have been the door. It was pulled shut behind him. I feel if he was running from something, maybe he would just run straight out the door and wouldn't close it. But then maybe he would close it, maybe thinking he's going to, whatever he was running from, maybe he got scared. He thought he saw something. I don't know. Maybe he thought he was like locking it inside. Although his mother's in there, somebody with autism is not going to think about that right off the top of their head. They're not. They're just going to want to try to get away. Maybe lock whatever it is in there.
Book on the 27th. This is about 4 hours after, 3 to 4 hours after the Amber Alert was issued for Sebastian. And she's saying, oh my gosh, we have been out in the woods searching for him since 6:30 this morning. Please keep a lookout for him. We fear that he might have gotten into the back seat of a car to sleep and woke up in some place he didn't recognize. Okay, Aunt Melissa. But my problem is that even Aunt Melissa was lying in that statement, because we know for a fact no one, and I mean no one, in their family has bothered coming out to look for Sebastian Rogers.
Shut your mouth, Petty Betty. You have no idea what they do. Does she live in Sumner County? No. Does she have eyes there? Probably. Stalking the prophets 24/7? Probably Sonia, whatever her name is. She probably sleeps in her car, don't get out of it. She probably goes to the bathroom and everything in there, because she's Petty Betty's number 2 girl. Number 1 girl, actually. Can't leave the car. Just sit there with her eyes on the prophets. I could see that.
Why has all these family members been putting these posts out in and around the time that he was missing, proclaiming that they were looking for this boy when they were not?
And maybe it's because they don't have cameras with them all the time. And I wouldn't come out and say anything. I mean, I would be doing exactly what they're doing. I would.
It seems awfully fishy that they all did the same exact thing. Kathy and Terry make a post as they're going out of town, right? Their grandson's missing, but hey, we got better things to do. But y'all get out there and look for our grandson. We'll be back in a week or 2.
Shut up,
Aunt
Betty.
Melissa on the 27th posting about how they've been out looking for their where Aunt Melissa?
You've got Seth Rogers making a Facebook page 24 seconds after his kid went missing. You have him making a GoFundMe 2 to 3 days after his kid went missing. Now, when have you ever thought in your life, if your kid was missing, I'm sorry, but I would not think of how much money do I need to get? Because I would be thinking within the first few days that my kid's coming home. He's ran away off. We're somewhere. He's off somewhere. He's coming back. I would not think that I need money for the long term. I would not think I would need money for the long term, Betty.
Where were you? Nobody saw
Just saying.
you. What area did you search for your nephew? Did you bring your kids?
Where's she searched with those snake boots that she got from her subscribers that were like $150 or $200? I haven't even seen her wear them before. Where's your snake boots at, Bets?
Or did you just go out there willy-nilly searching by yourself in an undisclosed place that nobody saw you? And then you get to Chris and Katie. Can't even pull them out of their house except for them to run away to a completely different state 3 hours away. People want to know why I cover this case is because it seems so obvious to me what happened. It seems so obvious to me what truly happened. Now, what methods? I don't know. Where they put them? I don't know. But as far as
That's a good
having
start,
a
Betty.
feeling of what happened,
Oh God, feeling. She's got a feeling.
I absolutely
She's got
got
a
that.
feeling.
I believe his mom did something to him.
Officer Craddock, she's got a feeling. If you do not take her up on her feelings, she's going to be in front of your office, you know? I mean, gosh, I feel bad for him. But you want to hear the best part of this, the best part of all of this? JLR. And I might do it too, actually. I might do it myself next week. Maybe we'll do it too. But JLR is going to buy the cops donuts and coffee. He's sending them in the mail. Like he sent it out yesterday or day before, a letter that says that they're doing a great job and that JLR Investigates stands behind Officer Craddock, Sheriff Craddock, and his team. And here's a $50 gift card, for donuts and coffee. We should do that for them when Betty's there. So because it's going to be hard on them. If you guys were here for the Quentin Simon case, you guys will know exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all will be like, give them all the coffee and donuts they want.
To him.
But I think Remy, I think that's awesome too. I thought that, I think that's really nice. A lot of creators will do that for different offices, for like different officers and stuff. I remember someone did that. I remember donating to it. It was for the Madalena Kojikari case, but it was for like pizza and stuff for the officers one time.
I believe Chris put him somewhere. I believe Chris is so proud of his handy dandy work of disappearing a kid for forever that he's ecstatic that they're going to be talking about his wet work.
When did he do this? When did he stash him? He drives home, right? And he's there when the cops are there when he's there. So you saying like Sebastian was in the car and the cops didn't check their vehicles or anything when they first got there? Nothing like that, Betty? You don't think that these people haven't been checked and vetted and checked and freaking vetted and checked and freaking vetted? It's been 6 months, Betty. It's been 6 months. You don't think that these parents haven't been put through the ringer and their family members too? Because they don't have nowhere else to go. If you don't have nowhere else to go, you go back to the beginning. And then if you do it again and you don't find out what's going on, you go back to the beginning. They've been hooked up probably to multiple lie detectors at this
for years
point.
To come, according to him. They're going to be studying this case for years to come, right? He's so proud.
Seth said that. I saw it. I saw the clip, and that's not how that rolled down. That's not how that went down at all. That's not how that went down. That's not how that went down. I wish I knew the time of that clip. Damn me for not saving that right now to have. But that's not how that went down. I will look on my just look on my YouTube shorts. I will find that timestamp. Man, I'm gonna have to write that down. But she's such a liar. Because I asked you guys in the chat last week and you guys told me where to look. And it was Pascal's video. It was like the first live that Seth did over there. And it was something like that. And it was like, it was something to do with, or no, it wasn't Seth. I'm sorry. It was Chris. It was Chris on Duchess's. I ask you guys a lot of questions. On Chris on Duchess's live. And he said that the officer said, then bringing in all these different agencies, this is the case that people are going to like know, or something like along those lines. It was worded completely different than what she's wording it as. And I'm going to find it. It was on Duchess's first live. It was on her first live with Chris and Katie Proudfoot. I just don't know the timestamp, but if you guys want to check it out, if you haven't seen that, it's a really good interview. But that's where they say it, and it's not like that. That makes me mad, Betty.
Sebastian needs to be found because Chris and Katie need to be held accountable for what happened to him.
Betty. She's like, I don't blame anybody. But then in the next breath, you are not an advocate for children. You are a disgrace. You are a virus to any child case that you touch. You ruin the chances of those cases making national news because of all of the antics that you make go on YouTube, that it goes to the point where people don't even want to touch the case on prime time. Just like Summer Wells. Just like Summer Wells. When was the last time that we've heard Summer Wells on Court TV, News Nation, any of them? You don't. You don't hear about her because of people like Betty. The case got too freaking crazy, and people and mainstream media backs up because they don't want to be dealing with all that. They don't want to be talking about that on the evening news. But they have to address it if it's out there. You know, they want to address it, but yeah.
If you have any idea where Chris and Katie were between February 25th and March 2nd, please reach out to 1-800-TBI-FIND. Again, this is for Chris and Katie. If you guys saw them anywhere, if there are people here that live in that area from Mississippi to Hendersonville, right? If you're on the I-4 corridor and you work at, say, the Speedway or a gas station or somewhere around that I-40 corridor or one of those other corridors that he could have gotten back and forth from Henderson to Mississippi, please ask your store managers. Please ask your
she has her video.
You know, the officers that do the theft stuff. I always forget.
Loss prevention officers. You're a freaking idiot, Betty. 6 months. What gas station is going to hold video for 6 months and not record over it? Get out of here, petty. Are you kidding? Betty, have you ever had a job? Like a real, like a job? Because whatever she's doing, this is a circus act. This is an act. This ain't a job.
Get the name. I think of it here and I think of it there, but every time I need to think of it now, I can't recall it. I can't spit it out. So, those type of loss prevention. That's it. Loss prevention people. If you're anywhere, go call out to your loss prevention people. We're looking for February 25th and March 2nd.
Go waste some people's time.
If you see Chris Proudfoot, Katie Proudfoot, Sebastian Rogers on any of those cameras, please reach out to 1-800-TBI-FIND. I think the reason why law enforcement doesn't want this reward fund is because I truly believe they have an idea, just like many of us, as to what happened, and they don't need to throw any more monkey wrenches into this case than have already been thrown in there, especially from this horrible, unprofessional team of crackpots.
What the team of crackpots? The only team that's been disseminating is your team, right? You and Tony and Seth. So you're the crackpots? Because Chris and Katie don't have a team. They have a marriage, Betty. Something that you don't know anything about. Talk about Queen Bee's mama on that channel.
Actually, Katie, the Bower Sox are not going to stick up for you. I want to see Terry and Kathy arrested for obstruction. I want to see them arrested for obstruction because I truly believe that's what they've done. I believe they've absolutely lied to law enforcement. I think all of them have. And we know that they're not opposed
all
to
of them.
Because
all of them have, she said. All of them. So including Seth, right?
Obstruction. I want to see them arrested for obstruction because I truly believe that's what they've done. I believe they've absolutely lied to law enforcement. I think all of them have. And we.
When's Seth Rogers going back to work? When's he going back to work, I wonder? Yeah, she is trying to get the phones busy current. Yeah.
Know that
She's
they're
trying
not
to set
supposed
out,
to.
she should put out unnecessary stuff. I mean, you're gassed. I can't even do the red flags. I should have thrown them all in the air by now, right? She deserves all of them. But like literally, these gas stations are going to record, and you're going to have all these people. People are going to listen to this and take her seriously. There's people out there that they just they will. And they're going to go to their local gas station or whatever and be like, "Do you have any footage of Sebastian Rogers and Katie and Chris Proudfoot?" The gas station people are going to look at them like, "Who the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about?" And get out of my store. Like, really? What do you Betty? You didn't even tell them taking a flyer of Sebastian with them to hang in the gas stations that they're going to be going across and looking at all these video cameras. Like, you didn't even say take a picture of Sebastian with you so that way you can show the attendant who you're talking about. They're just supposed to know. Betty.
But yeah, because we see that they're willing
Betty.
to fly under oath. So, there is that. Thank you, Lori. All right, guys. Well, I just wanted to come over and say hi on this channel. It's nice to see you guys. We are getting on this channel. We're going to try to do daily lives like we were doing before. It's just that we had a lot of stuff. And then now I've got to go to Tennessee for the vigil as well as the gathering of voices. And lastly, after this Tennessee trip, we won't be really going anywhere unless it's fairly close. We won't be going anywhere for about 6 months while we let Delilah grow up a little bit so she can travel with, and then we'll be on the road.
Wow, Betty. Okay, I'm surprised. We're going to see about that. So what does she want? $10,000 for to go to Tennessee or something?
I'm hoping in 6 months. Well, I'll keep that under wraps. I've got another thing that I'm working toward that I'm hoping that within 6 months we will obtain and acquire.
Hold on. What month are we in? August. No, that'd be 10 months. Is she trying to say that she's trying to get her press credentials to go to Kohlberger's trial or something? I don't know.
But I don't want to jinx myself. So
that's
I'm not
10
ready,
months though.
To tell you guys the exciting news for a little bit. So
she don't have no exciting news.
Anyways, I will see you guys soon. I hope all of those people that can come to the vigil in Clarksville, please come out. I'd love to see you. I'd love to meet you. And I would love to thank you for being such a great support system, not only for Sebastian and Seth, but also for Tony as well and myself. It's been hard.
Okay, that dog's stinking cute.
Am I ignoring you? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Betty, you're not, but
I guess she loves mommy.
All right. Okay, that's gross.
Are you having fun? Yeah? You having fun?
She's like, "This is the most attention my mom's given me all week."
Off here so she can play with me. I'm tired of listening to her talk. She needs acting with a puppy. But I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting it to be a hot mess express. I was expecting myself to be very frustrated.
Thank you, Ben George, for gifting out 10 memberships. That's very kind of you. Thank you. And thank Ben George for anyone who got a membership. Let the memberships roll. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's so nice. You guys are so kind.
And
you guys are a kind group of people.
The frustration, but it's not nothing like that. She is such a good little.
You got to be kind of listen to me for this long and Betty at the same time. Me and Betty. Man, if my parents could have seen that, they would have been like impressive. No, I'm just kidding. Just because, I always tell you guys, I think my voice is annoying. She is hard to take. You guys are funny in the chat. You guys are so funny. I'm just reading. I gotta go back there and read the chat again because you guys are funny. Oh, she's going to Trump's next location. Oh, probably she can use some of my flags if she wants. I got plenty of red flags. I forgot about these. These are like a gem for the channel. I have orange ones too, but I'm saving those for Kohlberger. So when he gets sentenced, I can throw him out however many charges he gets, They're orange for the orange jumpsuit that he'll be wearing. But I was thinking about it today. I was like, I should have got green flags. I need green ones for the people that are doing good, Throw up the green flag. Here you go, buddy. You're doing it. Maybe for the, my second channel for Unfiltered, it'd be funny over there. It would be funny. But thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me tonight. If you guys have any questions, let me know. We are going to cover the other interview because we're already to an hour and 45 minutes in. We'll cover Tony's interview if you guys want to. We'll do that tomorrow. Give you guys a little bit of a break, maybe like because everybody needs a break. But there's a little gnat in here flying around. I'm gonna get it. I'll get you gnat. Just kidding. I never can get them because I'm blind in one eye. I do. Yeah, it's titaniumbuiltboo@gmail.com. I'll put the little email thing in here. Should come up. Let me get that gnat. Get away from me, gnat. I had the back door open today, and that's probably where it came from. Because I opened it to put this this little thing I have, I don't know, back up. And it's a lantern, like a wooden lantern thing. And the cat ran out, and we're on a balcony, so we're like up high. And when he goes outside, I just can't tell him no. You know what I mean? Because he's 16 and I love him. And so, yeah. You're blind in one eye? Thor? Me too. I can see out of my other one. I just can't see, That's yeah, Aries. So I did that because I'm trying to get my watch time hours in over there. Because the other night I was almost there. We needed like 40 hours. I'll check after this and see what it says, but we needed like 40 hours the other night. And I was so excited. So I didn't check for like 2 days because it's like, just like when you start up a channel, you get so excited about those things, And I was like, oh my gosh, we did it. And, I went to go check, and would you know that YouTube took minus me, like they took away 940 or 960 hours of YouTube hours, watch time hours, which to get one watch time hour is like 1,000 views, regular views. It's like stupid insane how you get them. And so I got a hold of YouTube, and they were like playing dumb with me, like we don't know. And I'm like, well, I'm telling you, I wouldn't just lie over. I mean, it's not nothing to lie over, it's not enough to lie over. It's literally pennies. But I checked last night, and it was up like a little bit higher, like an extra 100 than it should have been probably. And so maybe just maybe it'll go back, but you never know. Oh, thanks, Ben. Green flags for Betty's background. They will come with wrinkles. Actually, mine don't. Mine come with the wrinkles out. I have a steamer. We steam things over here, Ben George. Thank you so much for that. That's so nice. Oh, Renee, thank you for the super sticker too. Thank you so much. You guys are so kind. Man, you guys I have a kind chat. I tell you guys that every night though. But I do. You guys were awesome. Last night was totally awesome. You guys, I mean, I don't know if Jan, I have to check on Jan, but I did have one mod in here last night, but I have to check on her, make sure she's okay. But I didn't see anything, out of pocket. And Steven, when he was doing the interview, he said he was looking at his phone. He had his phone like down like here, and he was looking at the chat, and he said you guys were really nice to him, and I appreciate that. Because when you have someone on your channel, it can go either way. I mean, it can. People have opinions, and they're allowed to. We just want to make sure we're respectful to everyone that comes up on panel, because then then it's like I'm in the middle when, you know what I mean? And then it's just like, then it gets like ugly. No one wants to put me in the middle of stuff, right? And we did, again, if you guys didn't catch the beginning of this live, let me tell you how much we raised. Okay. We did a fundraiser, first time doing one on this channel, but we did a fundraiser. So all of your funds, all of those, YouTube didn't take anything from that. When you do a fundraiser, it all goes to that charity. And we picked the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children for Sebastian Rogers. And you guys donated $466.20. So I think that's awesome. I mean, I think that's so awesome for my first fundraiser. You guys showed up because I put the goal for 1,000. I didn't think that we would even hit 100. I didn't think anyone would see it. I didn't know if anyone would want to donate to it because it was just something new that I've seen. And you guys did really well. You guys did so good. And you guys were thanking me for the live. So I was like, it was a pretty good night. But yeah, it was really cool. So all of the and any creator can do those like fundraisers. We're gonna start doing them more often. Maybe we'll do them like once a month, once every other month or something. But I mean, even if everyone in the chat, if you wanted to or you could, pitch in $1 or $2, we get 500-600 people in our chat. That adds up very fast, and things like that. And it goes to, these causes that are legit, like they're you can look them up, and I love that. Like we can look up as a creator on our own causes that we want to do. And that's why I picked that one, because I thought that was good for Sebastian. So yes. Oh, you've done that in your group too? Kindness does matter. It really does. Oh, you do have to have 10K subs to do it? Oh, I didn't know that. I feel kind of special though, in a way. Because like I don't have the subs, I don't have the following on TikTok to even go live over there yet. I'm at like 800 and some. I need 1,000. Aries, I don't know, but I do want to do more interviews. I want to have more people on the channel for sure. Definitely want to have more people on the channel. I liked it was just like 2 people, and I don't want to have like too many because then it just gets too noisy. I feel like, but I liked having the interview. It's fun. I will, Ben George. I will. It was exciting though. It was so exciting. Last night we had an exciting night. It was such a good interview. Me and Steven got to talk for literally 2 minutes before we came on. Like we didn't even talk about the case. I was talking about something different. And then he was like, we can go on when you're ready. And I said, what time is it? And it was like, it's time to go. And I was like, well, look at that. Oh, Black Widow. Well, you have more than me on my second channel. I only have a little over 1,000 on that channel. You'll get there. I can't believe I got there. I can't believe we got to this. I really can't. I mean, you guys surprise me every day when I look at the numbers. I'm just like, really? Y'all like me a little bit? Y'all like me? No, Dreamcatcher, I'm so sorry. I did miss your post. 15. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I'm sorry. Invite Chris Proudfoot. Aries, I might. If he's listening right now, he's more than welcome. I told him before when he was in the chat. One night I came on and I said, straight gave him my platform. I said, if you are in the chat, what was that about? I forget. Somebody did something wild. I can't even remember what it was, but I literally was like, get up here, Chris Proudfoot. If you want my platform, you've got it. I forget what it was. Go over to Black Widow. Yeah, check her out. Cat's Life, dang. 10.9 followers on the TikTok. I need to do more TikToks. I know that you can grow a following over there. I've heard pretty quick, like you can, you can really gain like some momentum. I don't know. I need to do different videos. I need to do like, I don't know. My genre isn't stuck to one thing on TikTok a little bit. So if you go on my TikTok, it's at Titanium Bill. You're going to see everything. You're going to see me, because it used to be my account before it was my Titanium Bill. I just changed the name. So you're going to see like videos of like transition videos of me. I do like a lot of furniture transitions. Like I'll make over the furniture, and stuff like that. I do cases. I do true crime cases, of course. What else do I do? I just do some funny stuff over there. Funny videos. I do have some funny stuff over there. I wish I could show them over here, but they have music. Gypsy, yeah, me too. I feel bad for Katie. I read somewhere earlier, it was a message on one of the discussion groups, and it said it was supposedly from like someone that's related to Katie, I think. And it was speaking along the lines of like Chris couldn't get Katie off the bathroom floor for like days on end. She was crying and getting sick over this. So I don't know how true that is, but I'm assuming that's probably true. I mean, a mom, I don't know. This ain't no Jen Soto. You know what I mean? Like Jen Soto, I side-eye her a little bit. Like what was going on with you, lady? What was going on? Why were you letting him sleep with her? But with Katie, I just don't. I never have. Since the first day. We've been covering this case since before a lot of people covered this case. Because old Terry Dean, wherever Terry's at, she's around here somewhere probably. She's always catching up on this case. She's always got the deets on this case. But Terry came to me through an email and asked me if I would cover it. And I was like, I don't know. And then like, I think I was at the pool. And then that night I came up here and I was like, let me see this. And that's when I started looking, and it was the first week of March. It was right after Trev Lee. I remember seeing his post for the days, because he started counting the days that Sebastian was missing. It was right around that time. And it was after Pascal. It was the same day as Pascal. It was that same day as the interview. So whatever day that was, March 4th is when we did it. That's the day we started. So, but are you going on vacation? Oh, you are? You're going to Denmark, Aries? That sounds like fun. How long is that? How long of a plane ride? Is that like a long plane ride? That's what that's what would get me. I don't like long plane rides. Let me know though. I like to go on planes. I just don't like to be on them very long. Like, I mean, I vape, I just want to get off the plane. And then I'll just vape on that thing. I'm so bad. I'm going to end up getting me and Vincent in trouble. No, actually, I don't get me and Vincent in trouble. Vincent's mom gets us in trouble. Every year we come back from California. Do you know what we get stuck with? We get stopped in customs. This has happened twice, with pumpkins and gourds. Pumpkins. We go there in September. We come back with pumpkins from California. It's so funny. I never thought about pumpkins in California. I don't know why. They have them, but I don't know why I never thought of it. But Vincent's mom grows them, and she'll say, just take one more. And they're so cute. They're little. So I'll want to take a bunch. And then they always stop us. And they're like, they found peanut butter last time too. Peanut butter. She gave us like 8 jars of peanut butter for our dogs. It's really cute. I love it. I think it's adorable. But we get stopped every time. And me and Vincent have the same carry-on bag, right? We have the same exact bag. So I never know what is going on. Like, because I don't know if it's my bag or if it's his bag. Who's going down for this, for the contraband, for the pumpkins. I'm like, I'm not going back in that room, Aries, I do have a little bit in me. Yeah. Vincent's half Italian. But yep, that's where I get my sassiness from. I'm German though too. Well, thanks, Aries. I'm gonna take that as a compliment. And Niece, I love that name. I love that name, Niece. Oh wait, Dreamcatcher said something. I saw it. Oh, cat's life. My nerves are like, oh, I'm so sorry. Love you, but Dreamcatcher, I do. I've known her ever since I started this channel. Oh, I'm so sorry about your dog. I'm so sorry. I just had to look at mine too. That makes me so sad. I hate when animals go. It's not fair. Life's not fair like that, I think that animals are sometimes cooler than humans. Actually, all the time. I'm not gonna lie. Animals are so much cooler than humans. They are. They just are. Like my cat. I've had my cat for 16 years, just as much as Dreamcatcher's had her dog. They become part of your family. They become your babies. Yeah, she won't mention the 22nd because she got to go to court. 9 a.m. Let me see if it's switched. Anything's changed on the docket. I refresh this page every day. It hasn't. And it says filing date the 26th, and she has to go on the 22nd. She won't go. She won't mention. Do you think she'll go? Actually, I don't know. I don't think she'll go. Is she going to go? Is she? Because I don't know. I think she's going to go to the rescue ride. That was the rescue ride, and then the that's what it is. So it was. She has the court date, and then she has the rescue ride, and then the other thing I just mentioned. Like, there's just so many things that are going on with Betty's life within the next few days, and I'm here for all that. Does she? Okay. Have a good night, Marie. I'm gonna get off here too, I think. She wants her rest to say about. I think she does too, Michelle. She wants. I mean, If she got that live, if she did that live, she got arrested live, maybe that would give her some numbers. She wants to be serving the public for views. I'd be scared. I'd be scared. I would have already went to the courthouse probably. Like when I was there last time and got my notice. You know what I mean? But that's me. Now when I was in my 20s, I would have ran forever. I would never wanted to get in trouble in my 20s. I never wanted to be told no. Like I couldn't handle that word, like you're in trouble or no. Like those, I mean, I can understand no, but it just was something I didn't want to hear. I didn't want to hear like I did something wrong, like no, like you're bad, or no, you did something wrong. I always wanted to be an up and up, like always was up and up and up. But Betty, on the other hand, she switched it around or something. I think she was married in her 20s. Now she's wilding out. She's just wilding out with her age. She probably will give them a hard time. Well, thank you guys all for being here tonight. I appreciate it so much. I know I saw another creator is going to go live and talk about last night, so we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, most of us want to get served and get it over with, especially when you get a little older though in life. Like when I was in my 20s, I'd be like, no, I don't want to be served because I wouldn't want to like, I just never wanted to be told I was in trouble. But in my 30s and then to my 40s, I would be like, let's get this crap over with. I got things to do. Do you know what I mean? Like I ain't got time. Like let's get this over with. The next big event for Sebastian will be a birthday fundraiser. Oh, man, it's sad. I really wish he'd come home. I wish that he would come home, or I wish they would find him. Either whatever the outcome. I don't want this to turn into another Summer Wells case. And I want Summer Wells to be found. I mean, like, by God, it's her turn. It's her turn. She needs to be found, like right now. She should have been found years ago, it seems like. And Sebastian needs to be found like now. Like, I mean, it's been 6 months. That's a long time to be without your child, to not know where your child is, whether you're Seth, Katie or Chris. Just think, I mean, the nights will probably get lonely for Seth. The days are probably lonely for Katie and Chris because they're apart. Chris is at work, Katie's at home or whatever. And those times apart and those quiet times are going to be the times that are, believe you me, those are the deafening times, when it's like just deafening loud. So I hope that they get some sort of like reassurance and peace, and they, they have somebody they can talk to, because this is 6 months is a long time to not know where your boy is, no matter what, and I just don't see any of the parents doing anything to him. So I don't know what happens to Sebastian, but I think that we will find out with time. And I think that the investigators are going to do I'm going to put my trust in them, and I think they're going to do a phenomenal job with this case. And I think they're going to really, really try. Because to me, when I saw Eric Craddock, my personal opinion, I know it was only one interview or one press conference, he was out there. He was straight to the point. He stood up straight. He talked well. He spoke well. he was clear. He was concise. He said, what he said, like we're working to find Sebastian. We're working, to investigate what happened to Sebastian. Giving us the details that he could give us. I don't know. I like him. I think he's going to do a good job. So, but thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it. But I will see you guys, tomorrow night. Oh, at 9:30. I'm sorry, I had to think for a minute. Tomorrow night at 9:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I will see you guys all then. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. And you guys have a great night. Bye, guys.